Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first episode of Craic. Here, we want to talk a little bit this episode about what the show is about, and then also what we're about a little bit. Talk a little bit about ourselves, and we'll give a little bit of an introduction. First off, I'm Brandon. This is my cousin Michael, and we've known each other for our whole lives, obviously, but we've been very close our whole lives, and so we decided we wanted to make a show together and have a little fun.
Yeah.
So first off, let's talk a little bit about Craic. It's a little bit of an odd word, so some of you might not know what that even is. So Michael's got a little bit of a description.
Yeah. So the reason that we kind of chose this term is because it's kind of a term that's used in Ireland for gossip, chit chat, news, and entertainment, and kind of how people talk and converse in an everyday lifestyle.
Right.
So with this show, we're trying to bring in a lot of different things that we're interested in, and kind of show to you these things, and help you learn new things while you're going throughout your busy days. So that's kind of what the theme's going to be for this show. We'll bring in experts on these different topics, whether that's automobiles or I don't know, whatever you're interested in, movies, music, art, and then we'll have these experts come in. We'll talk to them. We'll get a better understanding of what they find interesting about these things, and hopefully we'll hear back from you as well, the viewers, who have opinions on what they want to hear from us, and how we can interact better to make this an enjoyable experience both for us and for you guys.
Yep.
So we could talk a little bit now about our backgrounds and where we grew up, how we kind of got to this point in our lives, and where we're going to go from here. Brandon can start with that.
Sure. Well, right now, let me just start with saying I am 26. I work at a bank. I don't want to say exactly what bank that is, but
high profile.
Yeah, exactly. And but I enjoy what I do there, but I've been always interested in various other things, and so I feel like this show might be a great way of me being able to explore some of those different interests, some of those different things that I love to do, and just to talk and have a free-form conversation, light and fun, about whatever topic it is we're covering, and hopefully learn something new, which is always good too. Anyways, I grew up in a small town called Hampshire in Illinois, outside of Chicago, about 50 miles west of Chicago, and basically it's all just farmland. So we kind of lived out in the middle of nowhere. Actually, when we first lived there, it was all like barren farmland, and there's like no other houses around except for ours, and just a few others sprinkled around. So it was just like dirt and fields and stuff all over the place. Since then, though, the whole town of Hampshire has actually developed a lot more since then. So
now there's two houses.
Right, exactly. So it's been very interesting to get to know those people next to us, and but we don't like them very much. But yeah, so that's a little bit of my background. Michael, you want to give a little bit of yours now?
Yeah, so likewise, I kind of grew up in the area as well, west of Chicago, kind of in the St. Charles, Geneva area. And since then, it's like Brandon's experience. We grew up in a town where it kind of was undeveloped. Our backyard was just a bunch of empty lots. We would be able to, chase nature.
We had to mow paths to each other's house and get there about 30 miles away.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of roads out there. Right. Easy to get lost in those cornfields. But so we would spend a lot of our childhood, playing games outside, doing things like capture the flag with the neighbors, or Foursquare, really whatever we could do. But besides that, my childhood was kind of filled with sports, activities like that, like baseball, basketball, soccer, hockey, pretty much anything that we could do in the season that we were in. So that's kind of how I grew up. And once I decided to go to college, I decided to go into bioengineering, which I went to the University of Illinois for. I recently graduated, so now I'm kind of in between things. I've had internships places like NASA and research centers on campus at University of Illinois, as well as some other places around the country. And now I'm trying to kind of figure out what I want to do next.
That's right. He's the smart one, and hopefully I can be the more relatable one to a broader audience. No, I'm sure you're all smart. Everyone watching this is going to be the smartest people ever. So.
Of course, yeah. Hopefully you'll get to learn new things also.
Yeah. Exactly.
So for this first kind of episode, we're going to divide it into a couple smaller segments.
Yep.
That way we can kind of focus in on more general topics for the start, as well as make sure that we can kind of get a good amount of content in that we can kind of like edit around and stuff for the first time, as we are getting used to this. So
let me talk a little bit more about myself, of course. We just want to give you guys a good solid introduction to ourselves and what where we're at and everything, and how we grew up and got to know each other and stuff, and just so as a starting point for the rest of the show. That way we get this all out of the way in the first episode, and hopefully you never have to hear about us again. We just start talking about other stuff, because trust us, we don't really want to talk about ourselves that much.
Well, no, I'm kidding. But it's not the most interesting thing we could talk about.
Exactly. So. I'm not the most interesting person, that's for sure. But just like I was saying before, I have a wide variety of interests. Some of the main ones for me would be like video gaming, sports, and faith. My faith is actually a big part of my life, and I do want to talk just a little bit about that. I'm a Christian, and that's a big part of my life. We'll save some of the theology and philosophy for a different topic, maybe. So we'll delve into that maybe in a different episode, so we'll save that for later. But those are like some of my main interests, actually. Michael, you want to share a little bit more?
Yeah, so some of the interests that I kind of have is, since I've been into technology for a while, I have a background in bioengineering as well as materials and some more, physics and stuff like that. So a lot of my interests do revolve around technology and, kind of what's going on in the world of technology today. As well as I do have a startup, which, I would... like to
go ahead and plug it.
We don't have to plug right now, but we could
throw it out there.
I like talking about the kind of the entrepreneurial scene of today and kind of how startups are coming along, and some of the key players that people should be looking out for. So I would say together, me and Brandon have a very balanced and diverse interest of things that we could kind of dive into. And I've also lately kind of been into kind of business and politics, but that kind of came out of the entrepreneurship stuff. So hopefully all these things together will have a solid show for you guys that, every show will be different, and every show you guys can learn something or, kind of understand something that you haven't had the chance to maybe think about before. Yeah,
I love technology too. That's always something that's new, right?
Yeah.
There's always new technology, and they're coming out with new stuff for that. So that's awesome. So you want to move on to the next segment then?
Yeah, I think we'll take a quick break here. And you guys can, click on the next
video
next video as soon as we get that up. So,
all right. Well,
see you guys in the next video.
See you on the flip side.